Okay, if you're responding, it's good. Like I'm, so you guys are getting then it's good. Fine, fine, fine. Thank you. Good. Now we are good. Okay, so see here it's very simple. Here I have to do the grouping. So what we need to do is there is a data frame, right? And you want to do the grouping on any of the column. So how you can do is by operation. Yes. So you need to say this one, and there is a group by method. You can see it here. Okay. So group by on the column on which you are going to do the grouping. So you need to mention that column, and here you need to give the function what you are going to do. If you say dot sum, okay, sum of what? Sum of on which column you are going to do the summation? On the salary column, correct? So copy this, paste it here, and so print of this. Okay, so let's execute this. So if you see it here, what it is doing. So let me do one thing. In this. Okay, so what it is doing? Okay, gender, it is taking the manager and employee ID and all. Mhm.
But why is it is giving employee ID and manager ID as well?
Yes, this is what I'm checking. It should not give that, right? Okay, just let me do one thing. Wherever I'm printing, let me just remove it. Is it because of a formatting or something? So let's try this. Salary, and it's giving the manager ID. Okay, it should not give, right? Mhm. Fine. It's weird. Let me do one thing. There is another way. Okay, so there is something called dot aggregator. Okay, and in aggregator, what you can do is function num aggregator, and here it says sum of salary I want to perform is equal to. I want to perform it on which column? To perform it on this column. Okay, just give that column in the single quote, and you need to give the operation that you want to perform. Let's say suppose some operation I want to perform it. Okay. So let's try in this way. Let's execute this. Okay. I need to print this, correct? Yeah. Let's print this. This one is returning. Oh, this one, why it is returning? It's weird actually. It should not return this manager and an employee. We never okay. Is it trying to take all the columns? Is our manager ID is the last column? Let's print this. No, right? Should not be.
Hello,
Which is our last column?
hello.
Yes.
Sir, do we need to mention the columns in front of data frame
Need to.
in the 26th of period, 26 line number 26
Hmm.
above data frame? We need to mention the columns as gender and salary in the bracket.
I don't think so. We can try that because we are specifying. Okay, on which column? This is what you're saying.
Yes, sir.
comma. It's not required because group by is, we perform on the data frame. Okay. So let's forget about this. We'll skip that. This is also a good syntax. You can perform any aggregations using these aggregators. Okay. So what you can do is whatever on whatever column you want to perform the grouping, mention those columns. It's a kind of a group by. And aggregations. This is what the new column name you want to give, the sum of salary. Okay, this is what the sum of salary for each gender. Okay. Are you clear on this syntax? Clear है ये?
Yes.
Okay, this is what it is returning the result of this. Okay, then the second thing is I want to do some any operations on this. So if I have to perform the multiple, you can see the multiple operations here. Okay, so let me copy this, paste it here. So what changes you'll do? Along with this sum of salary, we are looking for all the records, average salary, maximum salary. So
In aggregator, we have to pass the other operations as well using comma.
yes, using comma here we can perform other operations. So what we are looking for, let me copy it here, paste it here. So remove this. Okay, and here there is a different, okay, the count is somewhat different, okay. So that also we need to understand. So second thing is what we are looking for count star, okay. So let's suppose if I say count of employee, okay, then here I have to pass the column and say count function. Okay, it will give the not null values only. Okay, so wherever we have not null, it will give the not null values only. So that is fine. Let's see how it works. For average, we don't have an average function as such. We have a mean. Okay, what we have is mean. So what you can do is you can just go through this aggregate function AGG. So if you search it for the AGG aggregations, DataFrame.agg, and I want you to go through the aggregate functions. Did they mention the aggregate functions? Fine. Operation should be there, right? Okay, means what I'm saying here is like a sum, count, maximum, minimum. There is a standard deviation and the mean operation is also there. Means, so suppose average of salary. Okay. On salary column, I want to perform it. And what I want to do, I want to do the mean, means average of it. Maximum salary, or even if you can pass the different column as well. Okay. So based on the data, already we have. Okay, salary we can perform. Fine, no, please. Okay, fine. So min is there, and what is this? Maximum. Max of salary is equal to, you can give on whatever column you want to perform the operation, you just give the column name and just give the operation that you want to perform. So max. Okay, just give the comma here and let's execute this. So see it here, it's giving the count, right? The sum of salary. This is what for female. There should be sum of salary count. There should be 7 employees. Okay, so 7, it should be not null. Should be not null, right? instead of count, if I say size, it will consider the null value as well. Okay, so we have a null value. Okay, we are using the different data frame, so we don't have a null value for the salary column. Okay, it's there, right? 14, even it is not considering this. Let's this one. So throwing an error. Okay, fine. The salary column. Let's print this. The number of rows. 15 means 15 rows are there. It is not considering the null value. Okay. Okay. We need to check, right? How we can get the not null values. Okay, fine. We'll see that. But this is the average. For average, we have which operation? Mean operation. So for aggregate, this one just explore it. What all functions are there? So we have a sum, maximum, minimum. We have a count likewise. So you got it? This part. So, and whatever column you want to perform the grouping, you just need to mention the grouping here. So I want to do the grouping up, I don't want to do it on the gender. I want to do it on the department. So simply pass this column to the group by. That's it. Print it, execute it. So if you do this, see, it's doing the grouping on what? Department. HR, sum of salary, number of employees working. Correct? Yes or no? Are you getting it or not? Okay, fine, perfect, good. So aggregator, there should be something. Are you able to see some null related functions? Function none. What is this? This is what the parameters. It's arguments, keyword arguments. And access is there. Function none. What is it? Accept the combination. String. Think it's there is nothing related to the null value. Should be something. What is happening here is because for department ID, there is, we have in the data frame, if we check, okay, null related things we'll see that, okay. So I need to explore that as well. First, what happens is, it will confuse you. If we see that, what is happening if we see in the data frame, there was a null value for the department as well. Therefore, it is not considering that. Okay, count and all that is fine. But I hope you're clear on this part. Whatever column you want to do the grouping, just say the grouping in aggregator, just the column name that you want to populate on which column you want to do this summation and all. So here, instead of this, if I do the manager ID, it will do the sum of what? It will do the sum of manager ID, not salary. You getting it right? Syntax. Sum of manager ID if I see. So HR mein this is what the sum, this is what the sum, this is how it will work. Okay. And if I have to do the grouping on multiple columns, means this is what the query. Where was that? I think we were looking for the grouping on multiple columns, right? Yeah, this one. So you tell me क्या changes करने पड़ेंगे हमें ये query में? अगर ये ऐसे मुझे लिखना है तो what changes I have to do? I want the output like this query. So how I have to write the query?
Need to mention department and gender. in the group by column.
After group by, we have to add one more column, gender.
Okay. So this one you're saying that. So if I have to do the grouping on multiple columns, just mention the columns, okay, on which you want to do the grouping. Okay. So it is considering the second argument. Okay. So make sure that you're giving it in a square bracket. Okay. Because it is considering the different argument. Can I say by group by is equal to this? Okay, group by these columns, and what we are looking for, sum of salary or whatever it is. Okay, I don't want these two columns, so that is fine. So let's hit it. So see it here, correct? HR and female. So for this department, female employees, we have paid this much of salary and we have 4 employees. Same goes with the other departments, correct? Clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, it's a simple one, okay? It's not a difficult one. What is this? I think this one already we have covered, right? Okay, so whatever column you want it as a on grouping, just put it in the group by function, and whatever aggregation you want to do, you can do the aggregation again. Give the column on which you want to do the aggregation. And that's all. This is how your group by will work. Okay. Okay. So we're looking for is group by. I think we are good, right? So I think group by we are good. Joins, okay, it will take some time. Between. So between is the operator. Here we have a between function. So if we have a data frame and this one, okay, and here what you can do is you want to see the values in range, means the between clause you wrote, no, right? Means I want to write something like this. Select star from, want to fetch all the columns from this on this, and build a condition where salary between 25K and 50K. This is what I want the output, something like this. Okay, so what you have is you have, no, should be case sensitive, say print of this. So if you say between, okay, let's paste it here, between. Mhm. Okay, to see the parameters of it. Okay, yeah, we can give the value Dhruv, that is fine. So it was looking for the parameters. Okay, so this one, fine. Yeah, execute it. So object has no attribute dot between. Okay, I have to give the column, right? For which we are looking for. So which column we are looking for? The salary. It should have a between. So it is returning what? True and false. So entire thing I need to put it in a data frame. How we can do this? Just give the square bracket, and this condition will put it in this one. Okay, and you can assign this to new PDF is equal to this one. Say print PD, or directly you can print that. It's up to you how you want. Okay, so PDF, let me have it in the lowercase letter. PDF, does data frame something? Copy this, paste it here, and execute it. Okay, so are you getting it?
Yes, sir.
But here, if I have a 25 as part of, I have to do the changes in the file. So what I'm saying here is, if I have a 25 and 50, okay, let's suppose if I have, let me add the value that will have a 25 as well as 50,000. So in our SQL, was it adding that value? Getting what I'm trying to say? So here, what I'm saying here is, okay, ये हमारा डेटा फ्रेम है, तो इसमें 25 करके एक वैल्यू है। तो बिटवीन क्लॉज अगर मैं ये वाला क्वेरी एग्जीक्यूट करूंगा डेटाबेस में, अगर ये 25, तो ये मुझे मिलेगा क्या डेटाबेस में? विल इट इंक्लूड दिस 25 एंड 50,000? दिस इज व्हाट द क्वेश्चन इज। देवेंद्र, ऍड करेल का?
हो, ऍड करतो तो
ऍड,
25 आणि 50.
येस, ऍड करेल तो म्हणजे 25 एंड 50, सो इट विल ऐड दिस, ठीक है, इसको ऐड करेगा ये। बट यहाँ पे ना, अब देखोगे the final PD, this one, right? Let's have a separate direction. If you see it here, the final, is it adding the 25? It is also adding, right? This one is also adding. Let me have it as this one, copy it and paste it. 25, it's adding 25 to 50, 50 also it's adding. But you have an option here between. Okay, so I just need to copy, paste dot between. Left, right, inclusive flag is there. Okay. So by default, it's adding left value is, you can give something like, it's by default, it's taking the left value, means what? Something like this. We can also say that left value is 25 and right value is this one. And if I say inclusive is equal to false, so what do you think? What it will do?
It will exclude 25 and 50,000.
Yeah, it should exclude. Okay, what is the issue? Inclusive have either both. Okay, it should be both. I don't want to include both. Okay, or neither. So if I neither is there, so I say neither in single quote, it should exclude. So see, so 25 and 50, it was including by default, including for both. But if I say neither, it is excluding that 25 and 50 wala value, correct? And there is an option as well, like if you want to include left, say include left only. So it will include the 25, not 50, correct? तो समझ में आ रहा है?
Yes, sir.
If I say include right, it will include right only, not 25. If I say both, it will, by default, I think value is both. So it will include both the values. Okay, so this is what the between operator is. Okay, so this is what the inclusive parameter for this between function. Okay, I think we are good on this case statement. Okay, we'll see that. Can we have a quick break here? I need a break, I guess. Continuously talking from 1 hour and 30 minutes. So I need a break. So Can we have a quick break here?
Yes, sir.
It will take a 10-minute break. Okay. Mhm. Let me start the recording. And one more thing is a small difference I just want to highlight here. Okay, so let me do the changes in the. So let me add some null values for maybe city column. Okay, so say none and none. Okay, save this. So if you want the count star, okay, so if you say mm, the count star, let's suppose, let me copy this syntax, group by city and say city wise count. Okay, city wise count. Group by on what? Don't group by on city and count. Let's have it as a city. Okay, in this. Okay, no, let's just suppose department wise I'll take. So department wise count, and if I give the city as a count, okay, then what will happen? Before this, I'll print this data frame. So what you are able to see it here. So what we have done is grouping on what? Department, and we are taking the count. But you can see the count difference when we say count by size and count by this count function and size function. So your size function will work here equivalent to count star, irrespective of null values, it will give you the count. And your count function, this function will work as like what? It will work as like count, and the column name means it will not consider the record in which we have the null values. Are you able to relate something? So I'll not be explaining you the what is the count star and what is the count city. Are you able to relate something? Yes, no? If you look at the data, okay, so this is what the data we have. Okay, so this is what the data frame we have. Copy this and paste it. Are you able to see the Excel sheet?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So see, if I split it, so see what has happened is on which column we did the grouping. कौन से कॉलम पे हमने ग्रुपिंग किया है?
Sit.
सिटी कॉलम पे ग्रुपिंग किया है, ठीक है। तो क्या होगा, लेट मी डू द सॉर्टिंग फर्स्ट। और इसमें और एक डिफरेंस है, अगर सिटी में अगर नल वैल्यू है तो ये कंसिडर ही नहीं करेगा। जहाँ जहाँ की डेटाबेस में ये वाला नल कंसिडर हो रहा था कि नल के कितने काउंट है वो भी हमें दे रहा था, तो ये यहाँ पे नल इट्स कंसिडरिंग इनवैलिड वैल्यू, सो ये रिकॉर्ड कंसिडर ही नहीं करेगा। ओके, सो दिस इज ऑल्सो वन ऑफ द डिफरेंस। So let me sort this data first. Sort it based on the header, based on city I'm sorting it. ठीक है, मैंने सॉर्ट किया. इट विल नॉट कंसिडर फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, नल का वैल्यू आपको आएगा ही नहीं आपके रिकॉर्ड्स में. ठीक है. नाउ बचा ये बैंगलोर. ठीक है, बैंगलोर के आपको मिलेगा कितने ये है यहाँ पे 2 records, right? Means count will also give a 2 and your size will also give what? 2, because it's a not null value. Again, same goes for what? Delhi, 2, 2, 1. For both, it will be 1. Hyderabad, again, it's 2, 2. Okay. Mumbai, we have 3. So it will be a 3, 3. And for this, okay, for we are doing it, I think we are doing it, the grouping on department, na? How come? Guys, you are misleading me. We are doing the grouping on what? We are not doing the grouping on city, correct? Is it confusing? No, right? Let me do this now. Sorting, it should allow me to sort. Okay, we are running out of time as well. Go to the advanced sorting as a headers and we are doing the grouping on department. Okay. And we are adding the city in that column. Okay. So this will not consider. So what I'm saying here is, so for HR, how many non-null values in the HR? 1, 2, 3, 4, correct? So 4, 4. Yes or no? For
Yes, sir.
IT, we are doing the grouping on IT. So it will be, how many not null cities are there? 3. So for both, we are expecting 3. Marketing, you can see it here. For marketing, here is the difference you'll get. For marketing, the city, it's a null. So in the count, we should 0. In size, we should get 1. Understood? Because it's a null value. समझ में आ रहा है आपको?
Yes.
Broad में we should get 3, 3. And this R is there. So it will not consider even, or it will consider, because for this we have the value. So it will consider, should be able to get the values. For count, we should get 0. For here, we should get 1. Cells, again, there is a difference in the cells. For count, we should get 2. Size, we should get 3. And let's execute this. And let's copy this. And let's paste it here. Okay, formatting is somewhat IT 33, correct? 443301. See? 01330123, correct? Devendra, Namaste. Are you clear? What about others? Okay. Dhruv has already given the result. Okay, perfect. Good. Fine. So, and it is not considering, if we have a null value in the department, it will not consider in the result. Okay, that's the one more difference. So see, this is what I have mentioned. So it will not exclude. Okay, so we'll consider not, it will consider null. Just give me a minute, guys. Just give me a minute. Okay, so it will consider all null values and your count will consider only not null values. Okay, this is what the difference is. Okay, fine. I think we are good on this part. Case statement and these 3 things. Will you be able to do this? Join case statement and set operator? On a high level, at least you go through, see the syntax, try doing some examples on it will be good. It's simple one, okay? For join, we have some functions. Merge is the important one. In the merge, there are some join types. What all join types are there? Inner, it's exactly similar to what we have seen. Left, right,
Cross join.
And self join.
uh, outer. It's outer, right? It's outer, I guess. And cross is there. Cross join is there, okay? For self join, we need to write a query by ourselves. Apart from this, there is something called join function, but it will join on the index, on index values. Wherever we have index matching, it will join. And using concat, we have seen one example of a concat. So using concat, also we can do the joins. It's based on the axis. We can concatenate the rows as well as we can concatenate the values by using the axis. When we say 0, axis 0 means it will concatenate the rows. When we say axis 1, it will concatenate the columns. Okay, but mainly we will be working on this merge. Okay, so if you go through this, it will be good. Case statement, there are multiple ways, but if you do the list comprehension, using the list comprehension, we'll see one example. Then set operators are there. Just to see this set operators, how it is there in the pandas. Then we are good. I think we'll be able to cover the joins and set operators tomorrow session. Okay, fine. I think we are good. Guys, please, I'm requesting you to fill the form if you are